Hey guys, last week's video was all about the very basics of drum tuning. How to put on a drum head, level it, even out the pitch, and so on. So now you technically should be ready for the next steps on our little drum tuning journey. Today we'll talk about the relationship between top and bottom head and how it affects the sound of a drum. Let's go. You basically have three options when you tune a drum. Both heads at the same pitch, higher bottom head and lower bottom head. Last week we already figured out how a drum sounds with both drum heads at the same pitch. I hope you got a little bit familiar with that sound, since it will be our reference point for checking out the other two options. Now be aware that tuning to specific intervals only gets you in the ballpark of a certain sound, and most often won't be the perfect option, for a variety of reasons, like different drum sizes, drum head choices, room acoustics, or the overall pitch of the drum. Let's figure out how to find the best possible sound by using our ears. Just like last week, we start out with our ragtime. Both drum heads are tuned to the same medium-low kind of pitch. Now I'll slowly bring up the pitch of the bottom head and hear how this affects the sound. I'll do very small increments on each pair of lugs. This is basically just like leveling the drum head, except after each full round, I will listen to the drum again. Okay, here are the things I noticed. First of all, the overall pitch gets higher, which hopefully makes sense to you. Then, there were a few spots that I thought sounded better than others. And then, I noticed that I got longer sustain out of the drum when I tuned the bottom head higher, up to a point where the sustain got significantly shorter again. Another thing is that the feel of the drum changed when I hit it. So some people are more comfortable with a higher bottom head, some people are more comfortable with a lower bottom head. This has nothing to do with the sound, it's just the way it feels when you hit the drum. What you might have not noticed from sitting behind the drum and hitting it is something called projection. So if you're playing in a club or an acoustic setting or rehearsing, your toms will be much more audible in the room if your bottom head is tuned a little bit higher, especially if your overall tuning is on the lower side. This also comes in handy when you're recording and your drum mix will be based around the overhead microphones later. We do the same thing as in the first exercise, except for lowering the bottom head now. Again, here are the things I noticed. The pitch gets lower, the feel of the drum changes, but also we get a little pitch bend effect at some point. So the drum goes down, down. A lot of people actually like this. We get a little bit more body and attack out of the drum. So this is actually cool when it's close mic'd. This also works very well for super high jazz tunings when you want to have a little bit more articulation at very low dynamics. Now once you found a spot where your drum already sounds pretty good to your ears, take your time and make it sound even better. Even out the pitch of both drum heads again, and then make minor adjustments to the top or bottom head just to find the perfect relationship between both drum heads. You can also bring the whole tuning up or down just a little bit and see if the overall sound improves even more. You have to use your ears and you have to get really familiar with your own instrument to get the best possible sound. Using a tuning gadget or tuning top and bottom head to a specific interval won't get you the same results. Yes, this takes some time and practice, but in the end it will be way worth it. As always, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe for more drum hacks. Bye!